Why do so many married men say they're unhappy, but somehow never leave? Why do they tell another woman they feel trapped, misunderstood, emotionally neglected, but stay exactly where they are? If you've ever been told, "I'm not happy in my marriage," but watched him go home every night, this video is for you. Because what he says and what he actually means are often two different things. When a married man says he's unhappy, it does a few very powerful things psychologically. First, it creates sympathy. It positions him as deprived, misunderstood, and emotionally starved. Second, it lowers your guard, because now you're not entering a situation with a happy married man, you're entering it with a wounded man. And wounded men activate nurturing instincts. But here's the uncomfortable truth. Unhappiness is not the same as leaving. And many people are unhappy in long-term relationships at times. Marriage includes stress, children, bills, routine, conflict cycles. Temporary dissatisfaction does not equal emotional abandonment. Often when a married man says he's unhappy, what he's actually communicating is, I want external validation, not necessarily I'm ready to dismantle my life. There's a huge difference. When he says my wife doesn't understand me, what he may mean is, I miss feeling admired. When he says we've grown apart, he may mean, I miss intensity and the novelty. Unhappiness becomes the doorway to excitement, not the evidence of a broken marriage. Here's where cognitive dissonance comes in. A man can feel bored, unfulfilled, emotionally disconnected, and still love his children, still value stability, fear financial loss, fear reputation damage, and fear loneliness. Marriage is structural, affairs are emotional. One provides stability, and another provides intensity. Most people do not destroy stability for intensity, they try to have both. That's the psychological split. Saying I'm unhappy also gives him moral flexibility. It reframes the situation. Instead of I'm betraying my partner, it becomes I'm surviving something unfulfilling. That shift matters because people need a story that makes them feel justified. And when someone else believes that story, it becomes even stronger. Now, the dangerous illusion. For the women hearing it, there's a subtle trap. You begin to believe he sees something in me that he doesn't have at home. But what you're often seeing, in contrast, is not depth. You are new. You are attentive. You are emotionally responsive, less complicated. That doesn't mean you're more compatible. It means you're less integrated into his real life. Intensity thrives in secrecy. Responsibility does not. The hard question. If he's truly unhappy, ask yourself, what concrete steps is he taking? Is he in counselling? Discussing separation? having transparent conversations, making financial plans? Or is he simply repeating, I'm not happy? Unhappiness without action is not a plan, it's a mood. What this really means, often when married men say he's unhappy, it means he wants emotional expansion, not structural change. He wants to feel alive without dismantling his life. And that leaves the other woman holding emotional weight for a decision he may never take. If you've ever been told, I'm unhappy, ask yourself, is he building a future or borrowing relief? There's a difference. And recognising that difference protects your clarity. If this topic resonates with you, I explore this dynamic deeply in my book, The Chosen Illusion, where I break down the psychology of validation, projection, and why being chosen is not the same as being claimed. You deserved reality, not rehearsed dissatisfaction.